And on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
Nature's Touch Massage Therapy and Nutrition and Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan invites you to join us live on the Street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp the numbers 3988282 or our office numbers 241-7568 and 310-8671. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our responsibility.
Oh gosh, baby, the wedding is just days now where we never book the caterer.
Oh, wait, just no. Oh, relax, baby. I already called Michelin already. Michelin Experience.
Wait, what? When?
Sometime last week, the same caterer that did our Christmas party at work, remember? When your sister showed up uninvited and she took all the leftovers?
But one thing for sure, the lasagna, they taste real good.
I know. They're tasty, reliable, and affordable. They even deliver. And if you want, they could cook on site. So go back to bed, baby. Don't worry. Everything done handled. Michelin has us.
Have a great night rest knowing Michelin has you. From weddings to business functions, Michelin Experience Limited delivers unforgettable flavor and flawless services. So call them at 474-2250 or follow on social media at Michelin Experience. Great food, exceptional service every time.
Looking for the ultimate weekend vibe?
Then pull up to Experience Bar,
where every weekend is a celebration of culture,
music, and pure energy.
Kick things off every Friday at 4 p.m. with the Experience After Work line.
Good vibes, cold drinks,
and the perfect way to unwind after the grind.
Then on Saturday at 10 p.m., it's time to turn up with Strictly Local Saturdays After Party.
Hosted by DJ Flex 868
and Gingerbread,
blending Trinbago's hottest hits with
global trending bangers.
And when Sunday rolls in,
we set the tone for the week ahead with Reggae Sundays.
Positive vibrations from 9 p.m. that'll have you feeling only goodness and inspired.
Enjoy drink specials, secure parking,
and free admission every single weekend at number 2 Eastern Main Road, Aruca.
This is where the culture lives and the vibes never miss. So come through, bring your crew,
and experience the weekend like never before.
At Experience Bar, number 2 Eastern Main Road, Aruca.
It's Black Friday every day at Furniture Plus. Get up to 70% off in-store and online. Shop unbelievable deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Pay 0 installments for 90 days on credit plans. Shop now and save big at Furniture Plus.
What are you doing? It's crazy. I'm young, brother. This year I say I'm not cooking. Hey, young brother, ask me what you're doing. Crazy, your family them go start screwing. Without food, well, the Christmas could ruin. Tell them to settle and cease. They will still get a piece. Cause KFC have a big festive feast. Well, bring all the chicken. I know it's finger licking. And crazy, you can stay out of the kitchen and have a festive feast. A festive feast. Come make it around with KFC. A festive feast. A festive feast. Is young brother and the crazy. A festive feast. A festive feast. It could be original or spicy. A festive feast. A festive feast. Come let me around with KFC.
Celebrate Christmas with KFC's Festive Feast. Get a festive box, 3 pieces of tenders and wedges for only $39.95. Or a festive bucket, 8 pieces of chicken, 2 regular size, and 2 portions of wedges for $159. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Starting November 1st, we kick off the Parang and Christmas season right here. Ready to hear your song? Email us your request at street919music@gmail.com with your contact number, and you will get to shout out your music on the air.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Are you tired of scratching the surface? Do you want to understand the real forces shaping Trinidad and Tobago? From the delicate dance of our energy sector on the global stage to the geopolitical shadows behind the crime affecting our streets, we dig deeper. The third umpire goes beyond the headlines. We connect the dots between local challenges and the international currents that truly impact your life, your wallet, your security. Join Stephen Matheson, Selvin Mitchell, and Ronaldo Rollux, 3 employment law and human resource management consulting professionals, as they unpack the complexities, analyze the power plays, and reveal the often hidden realities. Understand the game. Understand your role in it. The third umpire, critically analyzing Trinidad and Tobago's economic and political realities on how they affect your daily lives. Tune in Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. on the Street 919 FM. Don't just listen to the news. Understand it.
A lovely day for cricket. Blue skies and gentle breeze. The Indians are waiting now to play the West Indies. A signal from the umpire. The match is going to start. The cricketers come on the field. They all look very smart. Irapali Prasanna, Gigi Boy and Wadeka, Krishna Murthy and Vishnu Mankad. Them boys could well play cricket on any kind of wicket. They make the West Indies team look so bad. We was in all kind of trouble. Joey Carew pull a muscle. Clive Lloyd get about 3 run out. We was in trouble without a doubt. It was Gavaskar, the real master, just like a wall. We couldn't out Gavaskar at all, not at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. Venkataraghavan, Bedi in a turban, Vijay Jaishima, Jayantilal. They helped to win the series against the West Indies at Sabina Park and Queen's Park Oval. 158 by Kanai really sent our hopes up high. Noriega 9 for 95, the Indian team they still survive. It was Gavaskar, the real master, just like a wall. We couldn't out Gavaskar at all, not at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. Rajan Jurani, Solka Abidali, Dilip Sadesai and Vishwanath. They make West Indies bowlers look like second raters when those fellows came out here to bat. West Indies tried holder and keep voice. They had no other choice. They even tried with Newton Dow, but a shot at the sorry they bring him now. It was Gavaskar, the real master, just like a wall. We couldn't out Gavaskar at all, not at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. Desmond Lewis, also Charlie Davis, they take a little shame from out we face. But so Buzz as a captain, he won plenty coaching before we cricket end up in a disgrace. Beatty here that he became a father, he catch out whole first in the cover. But when Sobers here, he too had a son. He made duck and went back in the pavilion. It was Gavaskar, the real master, just like a wall. We couldn't out Gavaskar at all, not at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all. You know the West Indies couldn't out Gavaskar at all.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to all our listeners. Good afternoon to those listening to us abroad and those listening to us in Trinidad on your way in this high, very, very high traffic period this evening. This cluster on the highways, and we know this might be happening because of the inclement weather and the rain, the amount of rain that fell earlier on this evening in certain parts of Trinidad and Tobago. Some may think it's all parts of Trinidad and Tobago, but I was actually coming from Central and I realized a lot of rain was falling down there, but this is around 2:30. Not much was falling on this side. So, good afternoon. You are on the third umpires and show. My name is Stephen Matheson, and with me is Ms. Simoya Sandiford and Mr. Emerson Charles.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Right. And today we will talk a little innovation, but before we talk innovation, we have some. I want to discuss something. I saw in newspapers. You know me, I like to, probe some things.
Current affairs.
Some current affairs. And sorry for the late start, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, sometimes we like to, and whether like this, we like to studio with other music.
Yes.
So we had you listening to some nice music, and we know you were enjoying it on your way home. So, good evening. So before we start to talk this innovation exercise that we usually pursue on certain evenings during the week, when you are here, Emerson, of course.
Yeah.
I was reading an article on the newspaper yesterday, where a few days ago, the police make a bus at a bun, a PAS bun in El Seguro. And what was strange about the whole thing was that the police, two separate units of the police, arrived at the bun at the same time. Now this is a bus of, they got, I think it's 10 kilograms of marijuana in a barrel. But this was supposed to be a sting operation, right? So they showed up at the bun, but another group of police also knew about it, and they showed up around the same time.
Right.
And so, the question was, how did both of them show up at the same time and to this operation, this bus? What the customs is, however, saying is that they had this barrel under surveillance sometime now, because the persons whose names were listed to collect the barrel, they didn't show up. And they were calling and trying to monitor the person for them to come to collect the barrel to probably interdict them.
Right.
The problem is, they say that only 2 senior officers knew about that. So they couldn't understand the narrative of the police.
Right.
And 2 different sections, 2 different units, 2 different squads showed up. And they didn't even know themselves that this one squad didn't know the other was police.
Wow. I saw that in a movie sometime.
Wow.
Yeah, that song kind of off.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, that song kind of off. I don't know what, we're here to talk about innovation today.
Yes.
And of course, we could dovetail into that because
it's very creative. Some creative thinking was going on to make this entire situation.
So that to me is something to question. But there's never a dull moment in trying to be good.
Oh yes.
And clearly the systems that we have to protect us and other are not working the way they should be working. Hence the reason why we can't solve crime, we can't even catch people, and when we catch them, they stay in prison for years languishing because we can't prosecute them.
Yes.
That's a problem.
A major problem.
A major problem.
And what was interesting to me, you said the amount was 20 kilograms?
Yeah.
That is also a relatively small amount.
Small amount. That's
well.
20 kilograms. I like 45 pounds or 50 pounds.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. 50 something pounds. But 1 kilo is what, 2.2 pounds?
Yes. No, it's saying 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds, yes.
Yeah. So that's not a lot in my age.
So then, and why now would the police come to make a major bust like this when it's really a sting operation?
Unless somebody came to collect it. Or it's not 2.2, it's not 5, it's not 10 kilogram marijuana was really there.
What was reported?
What reported. Something wrong. And even the customer is saying something off. So the customer is saying that not the containers, the barrel was unpacked or unstuffed already, and it was labeled as suspicious. Barrel as suspicious export, import, and they had surveillance on it. So they are saying the narrative of the police is off. It's strange.
Yeah, very much so. And I wonder what the market value for marijuana is with all the excitement that the American military has going on outside.
Well, it probably
demand must be supply must be short.
Yes, if supply is short, demand will be high, and then therefore, the price will increase. So I mean, basic economics.
Yes.
Yeah, well, something like that. I would like to believe a man vex, so somebody vex, so we gonna go ahead and sell out somebody, so
Well, it could be somebody who's going to collect it. It could be one of the units who's really going to collect it.
I didn't think of that.
These are not the views of the Street 91.
No, I mean, this is sometimes the view of critical thinking.
Yes.
That's the only thing that makes sense. If one batch knows, and how is this even working?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, sometimes you had to think through these things, and it's like me saying from very, very early that build up with all that sort of U.S. ships, warships, and that kind of thing out there could never be to interdict drugs.
Well, of course.
And much less the drugs that they say is coming from Venezuela, because those drugs don't come from Venezuela.
Exactly.
So you always knew that was a physical impossibility. I mean, if you want to interdict drugs, you don't have to blow up no boats.
Yeah.
All you have to do is stop the boat. You have all kind of things to stop the boats.
But furthermore, it is said that most of the drugs that enter America do so
Mexico.
Colombia and Mexico.
Yeah. And fentanyl is Mexico and China and America.
Exactly.
America too.
Is this really about drugs?
Well, I mean, critical thinking again.
Yeah,
I mean, just think it through. They're making sense.
They said it's one of the biggest warships that they have.
In U.S. Gerald, that is one of the largest warships. But today we're here ready to talk. I mean, maybe we would entertain some of the callers on what we just raised there.
Yes.
But I know some of them will have something to say about it. But we are here today to talk a little bit about innovation.
Yes, most definitely.
And I like to talk about innovation because innovation, to a large extent, requires some critical thinking.
Massive critical thinking.
And it requires some critical thinking. You are a university lecturer. You lecture at the University of the West Indies, and you lecture in engineering, right?
Two faculties: the Faculty of Engineering, as well as the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Right. So your main thing is innovation.
Yes.
And even what we talk, how could we change the reality in Trinidad and Tobago using or monetizing innovation?
Well, one thing I always like to start off by saying is that when I say you're innovating something, we're talking about the creation and development of ideas and transforming them into new products and services. That's what we're talking about.
But we had to talk about constructive pursuits. So we're talking about, we know what the issues and the challenges are in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And one of the things that makes some of the nations that we call first world nations, or some of the nations that we call swiftly developing, like India and these places, one of the things that makes these countries very, very special and very, very, put them in a high growth state is their ability to innovate.
That's right.
And to turn on a coin. Which is what we still, I mean, yesterday we spoke about the amount of people who have gotten sent home by CPAP. We ended the show.
Right.
On the show, we're talking about that.
Okay.
And I ended saying that, you know, people need to see the acres of diamonds and where they really are, right? And when I say where they really are, sometimes the acres of diamonds are really in your backyard.
Yes.
You're looking all about for it, right? We have to turn obstacles into opportunities. And this is what we're talking about.
You know, you're talking about the systems, and I want to take it back to the government, as you said, that initial story you spoke about. The government just launched a revitalization blueprint. One of the biggest infrastructure projects or plans in recent times. 130 projects over 12 development nodes. But what was striking to me that there's a gentleman from the IDB, an international development specialist by the name of Christopher Peter Sinclair. He said one of the problems we have with attracting international finance for such projects is that we don't know how to take our ideas and concepts and transform them and execute on them, carry them through. That's the innovation process, you know.
Yeah, and that's a problem we have had. I mean, you hear a lot of people say, well, that's what the UNC trying to do there. That is something on the table, the PNM, and that was man and plan and all that kind of thing. Yes. But it remained man and plan. What would they do with it? It was just a plan.
But all that, to me, all that is inconsequential talk. Because if you're innovating, you're copying and you're imitating anyway. Once something has value and it could create value, that is what should matter. Ideas are a dime a dozen. As you said, it was man's plan. That was since what, 2009, 2010?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Yeah. We have to get to the time. And
if people who talking that kind of talk should really be ashamed of themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't thinking at all.
Yeah. You know? But he essentially, that Sinclair gentleman said, we don't know how to innovate. And it's because we have a lot of bureaucracy, we have a lot of red tape, and all sorts of different problems we have in transforming these ideas. So IDB is providing this free service. And in my mind, why do we have to rely on IDB to hold our hands? His words, he said IDB will hold our hands with this free service so we can attract international finance. But we have a national innovation standard, we have a national innovation committee, and I think if they really are going to bring all these international specialists, don't just come and say bring these people to help us, and when they leave after the end of this project, we don't have any innovative capabilities.
Which is what has been happening for years.
Of course.
I mean, we seem to like the man, I don't know if it's the color we like, the color, his skin we like.
Yes.
We seem to feel that they are the experts and they have all the ideas and we have it right here. And when I talk about the acres of diamond, sometimes the acres of diamond right here, where's it?
But gents, while you're all talking on this high level, because there are people who will say, okay, how does this innovation apply to me? You talking about the ideas in your backyard, how are we even going to start with getting those ideas? How are you going to innovate if you don't even know where to start because you just lost your job? So, I mean, what would be helpful is applying this innovation strategy to the common man who just lost his job. How are they going to fit in this whole plan that just came out? That's the only thing. So, I mean, this week, as a matter of fact, Central Bank had an entrepreneurship course running, free of charge. But again, there are a lot of people who are not on social media. There are some people who are not going to get access to that information. So, in the midst of that, you need to push entrepreneurship. And is it NEDCO? Which one of those agencies? To make those things available for people to be able to access. People are losing their jobs. How are they going to innovate with nothing? There's nobody to guide you to say, okay, you could start a business in something. When people think start a business, they're thinking sell some kind of mango or something, unless you have a skill that you can economize on. When you tell the common man start a business, what are they going to do? Look for something to sell. So where does the innovation come in that?
Well, if you look at the National Innovation Standard, which is based on the International Innovation Standard, there are 5 steps to transforming an idea into commercializing it. The first step is to find a problem or find an opportunity. And we know in Trinidad we have that in abundance. Right? And of course, you of yourself have to have certain capabilities. The next step is to create a concept, and you test and validate the concept. You develop the solution and deploy it. But if you ask the average person, what are the steps to really find and identify and build on a problem or opportunity? They find farms, they're creating these people. You know, last time I was at the event at the Arthur Luckchuck. Heard some great talks from Dr. Langston, great entrepreneurs, Dr. Langston Roach, Senator Satyakama Maharaj, Vani Maharaj, and that type of thing. And they said they were just figuring it out on their own. Because most of the tools and frameworks for what I'm talking about were only created
many,
12 years ago.
Exactly. Many of us are just trying to figure it out on our own.
Yeah.
But we need some kind of either venture capitalists. But before we even reach the venture capitalists, we need probably government intervention to probably make these things happen. Create the kind of seed funding and that kind of thing.
That's correct. I mean, recently, I think it's Republic Bank put out something called a side hustle loan. I'm not sure how many people actually know about it. It was on social media. But then you still need to have something to put down to be able to access those types of loans. What I'm getting at...
The banks, in my opinion, are failures. They just...
But they have a good product. That is a great product because there are a lot of young people getting involved in side hustles. It's a great product, but people still not able to access the funding. So without access to funding, you may just have a brilliant idea, but it would not go anywhere because you don't have the funding, not even to do your own branding and so on. So just one more.
Do you know a bank account?
There's this guy, I think he was in Aruka or so. He's carrying a backpack or something with coffee, and he was selling coffee. I mean, that's a nice, innovative idea, but after a while, it might dwindle down because you're not getting the back end, you're not getting the support. You know, so I am just saying, while all of this sounds nice, if we could find a way, anybody that's listening, to be able to help those initiatives. Because people cannot find gold with nothing. Sometimes you don't even know the skill that you have that you could economize on. So, innovate with what? Just saying.
What does that be? I mean, you have something and you don't know you have it.
But like that guy just spoke about who you saw on the highway. How did he get started?
Because he come up with an idea, you're stuck in traffic and there might be a gas pain or something and you want some tea. So, I mean, that works until somebody raise, well, what about the health and safety or the public safety issues here? You know, with you and this cup and you sweating and... We have a lot of Karens out here who will find fault with, you know.
But what I'm saying, that guy is a good example. Sometimes you have to start with where you are, with what you have.
Yeah.
So like the Langston Rose said last night, he went and was judging a competition at UTT. Guy said he wants to start a goat farm. He needs $4 million. He wants to start off with 200 goats or something like that. I said, no, if you want to start a goat farm, you start with a very cheap, low-cost experiment. So you buy one goat. Make sure that female goat. Because that goat is going to turn into two. So it's not going to get you to scale one time.
Carried by the neighbor fence.
Yeah, exactly. Let's let it loose. Oops. And then you one goat into two and you start to grow from there. So once you are willing to start small, build small, it's kind of linked to what they say, go fast and feel small. You know? Now when it's time for scaling, well, that's where you're going to get into some problems.
Yeah, the space. Because that man with that one go to carry by neighbor fence, he might not have no space, so he might be living in a little shack with no real space. So, so that would not be a problem. That would not be a...
I still think the support would be helpful. I know there's a program called Planting Seeds or something like that. I don't know if it has anything to do with the government. So just the support would be very helpful, and you wouldn't believe how much
business in that kind of way. I mean, the name kind of in that Planting Seeds program to me is misleading.
Okay, but, because the concept to me, when I watch a few of the episodes, is like people coming with their pitch for their business, and you know, they're presenting it before a panel, and you know, the best proposal would be able to be supported.
Through some kind of
But that venture capitalists, that's what
I'm not sure, but
it's something like venture capitalists. Where I have a business, I have money, and I decide to. I have a nice idea, and I decide to invest in the business, right? So we need more of that kind of thinking, but maybe we need to not so much legislation, but we need to everything in that will need some kind of legal expertise to be able to provide the framework for it and that kind of. I'm not saying it's not here, it's not available, but for some reason, venture capitalism, while it may exist in a very unofficial way, informal kind of way, some people, but that way, that informal, unofficial way is the challenge, because sometimes you will have people who invest in things, it didn't fall through, they don't have no way to get back their money and all that kind of thing. So,
and then venture capitalists want to invest in high impact, high growth ideas because they know that entrepreneurship has a high level of failure, and they know that listen, I am a venture capitalist and I have $1 million. I know if I give 10 entrepreneurs $100,000 each and use up my $1 million, 7 of them are going to outright fail. 2 of them may do okay, and 1 is going to make so much money that is going to pay for all the failures and give me a return on my investment. And the question is, how many regular people can create those high growth, high impact ideas?
And with that, I have a question for you, Emerson. We are in a society now that is pushing social media performance. Everybody wants to be a content creator. How do you push innovation outside of that wanting to become a social media, what you call that, person or whatever? Everybody wants to be a content creator, but everybody wouldn't be a Kyle or another guy like that.
But I mean, nothing wrong in that. I mean,
exactly.
That is what AI is about. The thing is, if AI, somebody was saying that AI will create the most amount of multi-millionaires in the next 5 years.
Well, yes, because I mean, there are 2 popular guys that open their own little shop. Somebody open an ice cream shop, and then somebody open a coffee thing.
If you could
so it's working.
If you could talk well and you want to monetize that,
yes,
nothing wrong in that. I mean, that's another creative way to make money. You could be a CPAP booker and who lost a job and you could talk well. And then decide to become a social media influencer. You can talk nonsense or you can whatever you want to talk.
And it's actually working, but there's still an investment of time and creativity, and then you will have to become innovative.
And all you need for that is a cell phone.
That is it.
And internet.
but you see about it is that everybody could become a social media. The barrier to entry is low. That is true. But if you could probably find a niche. So like when it comes to some social media content, people focus on comedy, which is the JRs and the Kylie creators and these type of things. Right. Some others have innovated and some created on Bacchanal. The raw talk and the I don't know what.
It's about Eastern girl.
Yes.
I don't know what is her name, but she's always show up on my thing. She on comedy, but she makes a lot of sense.
Stuff?
Yes, she makes a lot of sense.
Or like I wonder if that's the same one who buy the coconut, but the aim of it was to pelt it at somebody.
Yes.
It's very dry humor, but she's the coconut man was like, but you can't buy my coconut to hit somebody.
I know there's another Indian guy who does very dry humor.
I think he does be with her. If I know
So they are little niches.
They have niches.
But she says something to me. If I'm looking for a person she will have a wide listener. I mean, everybody listen to her. It's like the young man who a comedian. I saw him in New York. Was he youth man?
Major High? No, not Major High.
No,
Major
High. There's
JR?
No. There's Kyle. There's
Kyle, I think.
Certified Samson.
I think Kyle.
Yeah.
He the comedian.
Yeah. He have the 5 a.m. club, the coffee shop.
And that is what I wanted to get to now. So within the innovation, within the social media, you have to innovate in different niches. But you're seeing where now these guys are further innovating and using their social media status to create clubs, to create ice cream, to do live shows. This JR guy, he has used, he's an
international
He's an international thing. Canada, generating 4x. So I would say, well, what is a social media influencer? You have to know how to get your niche and grow and continue innovating and get adjacent growth. Now, I don't know what made Kyle decide to go into ice cream or coffee and those type of things.
Kyle is the guy.
Kyle have the coffee shop, so he opened a second brand.
He used to make some real nice comedy, but
just by his facial expression.
I was watching him in New York some time ago. My friend of mine showed me him in New York. She said she was talking about this guy who really comical in Trinidad, and she showed me him and I said. And I watching him all the time because he had real episodes, real kicks,
and making real money.
Exactly.
But but his income doesn't come just from social influence. That's his they start.
But they become brand ambassadors too.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, brand
so
ambassadors.
big companies, them is the guys big companies looking for.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
So they do
looking for them
commercials and so on.
to push the business.
More than sports stars and
Yep.
artists now. Yes.
Even those girls, those friends, something company.
And what
company,
did it take
whatever.
for them to reach to do that? Nothing.
Nothing. And that which I'm
Just a cell phone.
Yes.
Internet and talk.
Yeah, so you are a CPEP worker. You say you have nothing. I'll show you have a cell phone to do. And you can start.
We ain't saying everybody can do that, but
So that is what I wanted to jump in now. So yes, it is possible, but for the person who trying their little thing and then getting nowhere, I mean, how it happening?
But you see, this is where now you have to talk about what your skill sets are.
Correct.
And the tools that you have available to you. I am in SAO nationally. I'm known for innovation, but in SAO, I'm known for fitness, youth development, and community development. Right?
I remember when I met you. When
Exactly.
we see Moyan, I met
Exactly.
you. And
Yeah, he was doing the fitness.
Your paper was your. Wait,
My
that was your
practicum.
thesis.
His practicum was on Fitnic.
Fitness,
which I brought to life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You remember that? Iwer?
Yes.
You know, and by the
That was
way,
what Jill.
True, yeah.
Steve Gill, who's
Steve Gill.
Dr.
Steve Gill.
Dr. Steve Gill, right? And the thing about it is that, so I participated in a meet and greet for the community. So they had people, they brought out a lot of guys from up on the hills, My Tower, Mount Door, Mount 2. And I'm having interactions and interview with them for innovation, business development conversations. And I tell them, oh, you have these problems? I said, do you use ChatGPT? Almost all of them told me they didn't even know what ChatGPT was. Some of them even said, that's the AI thing, right? I've heard about it. So the point is, if you don't have any idea, any what clue to do, or don't have a clue of what you should do, you could go to ChatGPT, which is free, a free website. You could go to on your phone and ask it, these are my challenges, these are my skill sets, these are my limitations. Devise a plan on a business that you suggest I could get to. And that now could open up your minds. And that's how you don't know what you don't know and have nothing and start to do something.
Yep.
But because they don't even know of this wonderful, great tool as a game changer, they are stuck. And when I told them about it, it was like, wow. But to bring it across to some of them, I had to be like, listen, because I know if you're a professional, you'll be using this tool because you already know the immediate benefits. But I said, like, listen, if you have any legal issues, before you call a lawyer, before you call a police officer or partner, ask ChatGPT. It will tell you how to start solving it. If you have a problem with your girl, right, before you call your mother for advice, ask ChatGPT.
If you have any problem with what I just do, don't ask ChatGPT.
No, but even with what you do, Matheson, right?
Matheson, I want to take the opportunity to caution you.
With you.
I want to take the opportunity to caution you.
No, what he thinking is, I talking about my profession. He talking about what you thinking about.
Okay.
What are you thinking about?
I am just putting it out there. I have to caution him very often.
So even if you have other problems like that in truth, ask ChatGPT, even Google. So the thing about it is now, maybe 3 years ago before ChatGPT came out, you could have nothing and don't know what to do and just sit right there. But you have a great tool, an AI tool like ChatGPT, which is for free. ChatGPT. I even have to spell it and write it down for some.
Or DeepSeek.
Or DeepSeek. Yes,
DeepSeek is good as well.
Equal opportunity, Asian, American.
To me, don't say that now. To me, DeepSeek, I find DeepSeek as get more concise information, strategy, and that kind of thing from DeepSeek.
Yeah.
But I mean, you American guys are like ChatGPT. I don't know why.
but DeepSeek is also another artificial intelligence app that is free for anyone in the public.
And it's free.
So if you just lost a CPEP job, go to that app. Get your phone. There are things out there that you could do for free.
Yeah.
It's not 1995. It's not 1955. There are things where you could get yourself and get knowledge to you to know things you don't even know you don't know.
No. I found recently on TikTok a lot of people are advertising their cleaning services. There are people who are saying here, what, you all are professionals, you don't have time to clean, you don't have time to cook or whatever it is. And they are advertising professional cleaning services, so you don't even have to be what you call that skills based in terms of that actually putting together plans and strategies you can use. No, I'm not.
To screen people.
No, I'm not saying no, but I am saying people are utilizing it. When they're putting up their stuff there on TikTok, you do not know their character. You don't know. People looking to clean your yard, but I'm saying people are using what they have.
But you know, it's just so funny you said that. Earlier this morning, I saw an influencer who was giving tips on how, when you're going to clean people's homes, how to operate. And she was saying, like, bring your own things, don't take a shower by people's place. And I was like, why? What made her think that there's an opportunity as a niche to talk as a social influencer on this topic? And now you just don't give me the answer.
Well,
a lot of people are on TikTok. So she is creating a whole space for now for her to build a following based on that particular niche.
Well, it has gotten so innovative. I've seen somebody offering OBS services.
Is he?
Everything.
They put the price $200. $200.
So if you like a girl,
depending on the level of OBS.
If you like a girl and you feel you can't have her, go buy that OBS man.
Wait, is she providing these services?
Mike, you'll have a flyer
she will give you an oil.
No,
and you rub it on you, and you pass by the person and the person start following you.
Mike, you'll have a flyer up now. OBS is still illegal on our law books, eh?
But it wouldn't be harsh, it wouldn't be
yeah, I mean, they know nobody will fight you for that. What is the evidence?
What is the evidence?
Right, but this person recently conducted a live OBS on social media. Live.
Next thing the police come to charge you, and next thing the police walk back, he had to lean on and he foot in front.
but you know it's how you look at things, eh? Now OBS is really a religion for some people, right? Yeah. And in terms of generally, if you want to include and look at it like that, we do have religious things going on television for years from America and from I mean, people used to say watch television shows and say plant a seed or give me a blessing through television. That is a business model, so she just took it to a different niche.
I want to caution you, Mr. John Charles, at this moment. I want to caution you.
Somebody doing something and the OBS man tell you, bring a doll for me. Just bring a doll.
Yeah.
And a pin.
Yeah.
There is no promotion of such activities, I just want to say, but we are speaking about innovation, and I'm taking this time to caution these two gentlemen at this time.
The virtual, the digital OBS woman gonna take away so much business from the conventional people.
I'm telling you.
Because they could be in
but
my she could be based in my arrow and getting clients from Arima.
But
so
she's
the
getting clients.
OBS man in St. Joseph under pressure. Who have this building? I just hear where he is.
And he's still operating in the 1960s with the oil and the doll and all that.
Well, it's competition, you have to get innovative.
Making money.
Innovation is important.
So what we're saying is that that's why I raised this point, that while we are talking about the high level innovation and the steps and the strategies, it is as practical as utilizing the skills that you have. You're cleaning, you're cutting a grass, you're washing a car, whatever services.
I never like CPAP. Yeah. I never want CPAP to come in front.
No, but there are people who are landscapers.
Because they, to me, have an art to cut.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You don't cut and all, when you look, you only see any dirt. Like somebody weed your yard.
Yeah.
And you do it with a waka. That's craziness.
Exactly.
You're mashing up my lawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Cut it so when you rainfall in place looking nice and lush and green and it's looking like a carpet still.
They don't care
Not
about
like
that.
mud. So don't tell me you was working for CPAP. And that's how you was cutting and you're looking to make money by it.
That's for sure you don't want to do that.
But people really are utilizing. We even have people who come out of school, they have their education their education degree, whatever, and they have to do lessons.
But look at caller. Let's take this caller. Good evening, caller.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
I just listening to the program and getting all the John. I just want to share with humor. Moving with my brother, and this guy, he say, I can't believe some people so stupid. Now he is a known so-called OBS man. He say a man coming to me for me to beat him with a cocaine broom. He needs $12,000, eh? So he take up the cocaine broom. He say, how I go beat him with it? Look how old and rotten down this cocaine broom is. He say, I want to spend $40 to make $1,200. he said, go beat him with something good. And the man went in the market and buy a good cookie broom.
Yeah.
What's the I roll on the ground with my brother. I say, cheese and this. People really believe in this thing? So I listen to the program and sit and let call him and share it.
Thank you.
Okay, do have a pleasant day.
Thank you.
Can we get into that kind of business?
You know what I mean? 40, I get
Looks
$40
like
an hour
That
better than working minimum wage. I had a bitter man. I ain't that.
Like what I saw.
And the CPAP worker for sure, we know they have access to cocaine rooms and all kind of different things to get into that business.
Come on, man. We promote that kind of thing.
Well, if the cocaine room and working, you try a mop stick or something, but it's assault now and battery.
Yeah. You know? So, but all kicks aside, all those are, I remember innovation is transforming ideas and finding opportunities and transforming. You can have nothing and if you can't think creatively on your own, there are even tools for that. It is 2025, everyone. Yeah. You have a phone? Yes. You have internet access? Yes. Go to your phone, put CHAT. GPT or DeepSeek.
You know, that's one of the things I would like to see government do, and I would agree with anybody who say they agree to that. Is to make internet free for the people that are trying to do it.
Of course.
Yeah. Internet free. You could probably raise the price of a cell phone, but make internet free.
Yes.
Good internet. If you do that, I think you may have more inventors.
We do need to come up with something, because I'm thinking of the last time I was here with Emerson and he mentioned I think it's one patent, or what do you call it, patent coming out of Trinidad or the Caribbean per year.
Yes.
And that's terrible when we have so many gaps.
When every day China producing hundreds.
We have
they
gaps.
have over 300,000 a year on AI alone. Patents.
But I find too that when somebody comes up with a concept, then everybody wants to jump on it, and you just have a set of diverse people doing it.
You come up with something, them don't think about it already, and them patent
so
already.
you fighting to survive in a whole multitude. So what about the different?
Not really. I mean, if you think about how far man has become.
Yeah.
Since let's just take it from about 50 years ago. Right? How far man has become. It is it's incredible, you know. The amount of things that have been invented and you take for granted in the last 50 years. There's not enough people in the world to measure that against.
Yeah, I mean.
But what I would say, the Bible says that that man's life is a warfare. Life is a warfare. Business is a warfare. Just because they are competitors doesn't mean you can't put your hat into the ring.
That's right.
But there are tools and strategies you could do to make yourself stand out. I mean, look at Kyle and JR. Someone could have said that I am quite in Trinidad. How I'm going to compete in the comedy circuit online in America? But no, they enter the space.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to say YOLO and jump in. Find a niche, something unique about you that you have, and go and start your business.
I think important, while we're doing that level of motivation, people have to understand the realities of business. You have to come in. Don't think that you're going to jump out of the corporate space and just jump into entrepreneurship and it will be easy. The same amount of dedication you have to put into corporate work, you'll have to put into entrepreneurship as well.
I say all the time, I mean, sometimes people look at successful people and they say, look, you made it.
But it's years of work.
Yeah. You watching down at people, you think, but if you know how much times that person might have failed,
yes,
right?
Those guys talk about it. They say on social media for years.
Doing something, tried and failed, and lost money and all that kind of thing, until they hit the, and they themselves don't even feel they hit the jackpot yet, because the kind of potential they have.
Correct.
And the thing is, I say, if you want to become successful, you need to look at the things successful people do to become successful.
Yeah. Correct.
Don't just think it's magic. That's not magic. It's not luck. Luck is opportunity meeting preparation.
That's right.
Right? So you have to be prepared to make it or to get it when the opportunity comes along.
Yes.
I think also we need to separate in our minds what is work or business for women from what is work or business for men. I have seen a real dread nail tech, a man, a youth man in
I thought she
Sour.
was going to talk about something else.
Yeah, me too. I waited to
I
see.
thought she was going to talk about something else with women
Hello.
because that's the greatest profession.
Yeah, but that's why I know.
The first
not-
profession.
You see, I got quiet on what you say, right?
Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord, right? Wherever you're going. I'm saying that youth man in Sour is a bad nail tech, and he doing it better than some women.
I had a partner probably about 30 years ago. He was one of the best hairdressers in town.
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
it would be nice to have some men doing that.
And he was not like this.
Okay, well, I was wondering that too.
No, he wasn't.
No, they're very, very straight.
Women
but
coming by early in the morning
talented.
for the wax and thing.
Yeah.
He was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am saying, gents, if you had that kind of skill, I mean, listen, ladies gonna come by you.
Yeah. No, I actually saw a few weeks ago. I mean, I'm a social media home, right? Like everybody. I saw this guy, but on social media, he says he just does his wax and that type of thing. But he went on social media because he had a bacchanal with him, right? Because the woman's police boyfriend says she coming by you and all kind of drama. I'm looking at this man and say, but this man has a whole setup making a lot of money from this, and talk about he has his girlfriend. I said, but look at that Rasta man. He said, don't come back by me. You know, but the point is, the man was making real money.
Oh, and as you're on that, there's this guy, I think he's in the States. He is bathing women. Well, I mean, if the man want a bath too, he could get that.
Nah.
But like, it's a relaxing bath. I'm just saying.
I don't want a man bathing my woman.
Well, that's an argument for another day. But I'm saying people using the skills they have.
You will take that kind of service?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Hello, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. You crazy?
So it's just a bath?
Not me.
It's just a bath.
Somebody else who have no problem with it. I could bathe myself. I'm just saying the young man has looked at an opportunity as a gap.
Yes. And the thing about
So
it
you wouldn't support that man business at all?
I wouldn't support him. I mean, but all power to him.
You encourage your sisters and
If
family
anybody feels so inclined, they can go because he's very professional.
Right.
But for me, I wouldn't go.
But this profession, I'll leave you alone with that for now.
Yeah.
For now. But Matterson, there are enough single, professional, high income earning women. As I saying single, there are no man who could go and take that service and have nobody to tell them they can't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's if you feel like you want to, that's fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that service.
No, I wouldn't take that service neither.
Listen,
But he has a huge
Unless
market.
it's
he
a
has
Yes.
he have a lot of followers. So yeah,
Right?
business.
And then some people crave affection too.
Yes, you have to look at those issues.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show is about critical thinking
And innovation.
right? And innovation.
Yes.
Right. So don't get carried away by the humor.
But there
we
are
are
ways to
encouraging
find
you
gold.
to think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I would add to that, in like those examples, these are where people are thinking outside of the box and making significant money with the resources that they
Absolutely.
have available to them.
Even in fashion too. In this day and age, people still knitting. I see a lot of young men knitting nice, classy sweaters, and so there are things that you can do with the skills that you have, and not just make the money. Try to find ways to invest it. So I don't know if you even want to talk about that when we come back from the break. When you make money through your business, how do you invest it to continue to grow
But
for you?
most of the people, people like most of the big stars who are sports stars, I think, they made their money one way, but to keep earning it, to keep having it, they invested it.
Yeah.
Then Brian Lara is now doing that kind of thing with his restaurant and that kind of thing. Yeah, they invested to keep it.
Yeah, keep diversifying other businesses related to what you're doing.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this hour run real fast, but
I find so too.
yeah. So we have
Coming
come
right
to we are going to pay some bills and we will join you back when we return on the other side of the hour. Of course, we will invite you to call us and tell us about what you think is good innovation and how you think the CPEP workers could monetize this conversation in particular on the other side of the hour.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Nature's Touch Massage Therapy and Nutrition and Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan invites you to join us live on the Street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp the numbers 398-8282 or our office numbers 241-7568 and 310-8671. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our responsibility.
Playway Parang Payday is the order to win more money for your dollar.
The Playway Parang Payday draw is the way to win more money for Christmas. If a white ball calls, it's removed from the machine, and when the Parang ball calls, you win 28-1 on the base, plus bigger mega mix payouts. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Bigger payouts with Playway.
There's some advice when you hear it, you know one time is good advice. My granny tell me a hot cup of good and natural ginger tea first thing in the morning does wonders for the body. Good and natural ginger tea in its single-size packets is excellent for flavoring your cooking, salads and desserts. But what was news for me is when my granny say a hot cup of good and natural ginger tea helps with nasal congestion and colds, stomach problems, migraine headaches, and it's really good for arthritis in the body. Made from freshly crushed ginger root to get that strong ginger taste and aroma so soothing. Good and natural ginger tea available with or without sugar, so all you need is boiling water to get a cup going. As the old people say, don't take flambeau to see the night what you could see clear in the day. Good and natural ginger tea. Good advice to start your day right.
Hey Richard, you know I have been saving every month so that I could set up a fund for the grandkids. But I would really like a place where the money is actually making dollars and cents to me.
Boy, TBLA has a proven track record of high returns. I actually trust them with my family's future. My father saved there, and now I save in there. My future is secure. Invest where you and your family's money would be safe.
I want quality and security.
Visit TBLA and find out which investment is right for you. For more info, visit tblamortgages.com. TBLA, a secure home to invest.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Saying goodbye to a loved one? We at Precious Memories Funeral Services know it's never easy. Let's help you with our 3 C's: class, comfort, and care. Our services include funeral and memorial planning, shipping and receiving of loved ones, pre-arrangements of funerals and cremations, bereavement counseling, drafts of wills, and estate planning. Free modern-day refrigeration for your loved ones. Open 24 hours and located at number 12 Eastern Main Road, Aruca. Call 222-0218 for more information. Precious Memories Funeral Services. Today's little memories becomes tomorrow's precious memories.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suklal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launch from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Starting November 1st, we kick off the Parang and Christmas season right here. Ready to hear your song? Email us your request at street919music@gmail.com with your contact number, and you will get to shout out your music on the air.
2026, I want to share some licks. Certain thing in the industry have to fix. 2026, I want to share some licks. Certain thing in the carnival have to fix. I ain't going no party if I don't know who's singing. I don't know who playing. I don't know who DJing. I say I ain't going no party if I don't know who's singing. I don't know who playing. I don't know who DJing. Before I pay, you have to assure me. What happened in 5 cartels so can't happen to me. Before I spend $1, I want to see your flyer. Who is the artist contractor? Come and mash up the party. I come here to jump up. Hey, free up. Hey, hands in the air, hands up in the air. I just want to jump up. Hey, free up. Hey, hands in the air, hands up in the air. 2026, all the share some licks. Certain things in the carnival have to fix. I ain't playing massive, your man not going Savannah. Queen's Park Savannah, Mr. Man Leader. I say, I ain't playing massive, your man not going Savannah. Queen's Park Savannah, Mr. Man Leader. Before I pay, you have to assure me. We will be crossing Queen's Park stage on Carnival Day. Me and my posse, we all live with glory. And we live on TV. Watch how we done mash up a party. I just want to jump up. Hey, free up. Hey, hands in the air, flags up in the air. I just want to jump up. Hey, free up. Hey, hands in the air, flags up in the air. 2026, I want to share some licks. Certain thing in the industry have to fix. 2026, I want to share some licks. Certain thing in the Kaiso have to fix. I ain't going no Kaiso tent if you don't have Calypso. Sweet Calypso. Or the wanted to go. I say, I ain't going no Kaiso tent if you don't have Calypso. Sweet Calypso. The Allos and Crowbro. Before I pay, you have to assure me. They will not be singing songs to chase people away. Let's sing about the country, how we can make money, how to raise a family, how to live in love and unity. I just want to jump up. Hey, free up. Hey, hands in the air, flags up in the air. Everybody jump up. Hey, free up. Hey, hands in the air, flags up in the air.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, what we can do to make some money in this next 5 years with AI, boy.
Pull up deep seek. What are the resources available to us?
Yes, callers and listeners, we are back. And you're free to call us. You heard what the discussion was in the last hour. And we are going to continue on this particular topic. And it's amazing, it's unfair to try and Tobago that we haven't been having much of this kind of discussion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we were talking, as we were saying during the break, we were talking about business.
Yes.
The banking system and how much important the family is to making
successful
a successful business person.
Oh yes. You know, they say the first stage when you have an idea, the first way to raise money is from yourself.
Yes.
Bootstrapping. But the second step is what they call these 3 F's. Your family, your friends, or they say fools. Right? We're not into the fools thing. But if
forget about friends.
Exactly.
And forget about family if you're not probably something else, if you're not a family other than the African family. Because to me, that doesn't happen there. You always
Absolutely.
find yourself
100%. Family, and I'm speaking for African because I am African, wouldn't even share a flyer. You might have a live event online and they wouldn't even attend.
But when you get successful.
Yeah, because I mean everybody know, and we need to stop doing that. If you don't support when the seeds now coming together, don't look for free services. I mean, come on. So
that
the
is-
community, it's important to remember that your community makes you successful as well. Even so I can speak on the behalf of women if you have children. So I have a child. But I mean, now it's...
Sure, you have a child. You look like 16.
Thank you, Lord. Glory to God. Thank you. Thank you so much. This good 35 here. Black don't crack. Come on.
It's something like a... It's something like my friend in New York, boy. Black don't crack.
Black don't crack. So in order for me to be here, it means that my community has to help me. And because of my mom, my sister, they all help me with my daughter while I'm here with you all. So if the community is not involved and willing to see the vision, it's going to be difficult for people to be successful on their own.
It's going to be harder, you know, and while other people, like you said, if you could just focus on being here and adding value and building your brand, if you don't have that support, you have to give it up.
You know, I heard a statement made by a saying, you know, everyone who got by someone holding them by their bootstrap and pulling them up.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
And that is so true.
Yep.
I want to send out special kudos to Selvon Mitchell. Boy.
Yeah, man.
Selvon Mitchell. I remember when I started off as a consultant. I mean, he had believed in me even before that. But a day, one of my probably first consultancy was a company who the owner of the company, one of the owner of the company, worked with me but as an HR manager in a particular organization. And when I left that organization, he asked me to do something for him. And when I went to their company, when I was leaving, Selvon Mitchell's door was open. He was the CEO of the company. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Yes.
Because he knew me from before. And I told him what I was into. He said, "Here, what, man? Send my proposal now." And he left that company out sometime now, but you know, I could still count on a retainer from that company every single month. And that was more or less where everything germinated for me, because from there I used the particular model, loss leader model. We'd have learned about that model at university. And I gone from place to place. So somebody always hold you by a bootstrap sometimes.
You need support and communities.
Correct.
You need that kind of support.
I could also say that because, I mean, my career in HR started with Stephen. We went to school together, and I wasn't working in HR at the time, and he gave me the opportunity. And from then, I mean,
so if
just
somebody
went
help
up.
you, don't be afraid to help somebody.
Exactly.
Let me give you some real data. So this week is Global Entrepreneurship Week. And I was a panelist at an event at UE yesterday. And there's a guy called Dr. Adam Monsterin. He did his PhD on the informal economy, and his research showed that, especially during COVID, the firms that were successful in the informal sector and survived COVID and everything else were the ones that had strong relationships
That's
with their
right.
customers and their suppliers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Relationships
Matter.
Right?
Yes.
And the first relationship you ever have is with your family and immediate community.
Correct.
Not just with your suppliers.
Correct.
So that matters for success.
Correct.
You know?
I think we had to get rid of the mentality of, well, I don't want you to do better than me. So what if the person does better? Because that's what you want.
They call it the crabs in a barrel syndrome.
It's unfortunate.
Or the scarcity mindset.
Yes.
That scarcity mindset is terrible because that's why the culture of poverty continues to exist.
Yeah, and then you see the other thing is your competitors will be beating you down and nobody like you coming to, same self, but Charlie taught me about he always talk about the wildebeest syndrome.
Yeah.
The wildebeest syndrome is one of the animals that they're so powerful, they could probably kill a big lion or so.
Wow.
But if a lion catches one and starts eating them, all the rest of them will stand around, not far from, and just watch.
Wow. That's a powerful analogy.
Wow.
And very true.
So that wildebeest syndrome is something to a large extent we experience among this race of people.
Our community. We ought to be real about it because every year we come out in dashiki or black people, and then even when you hear it on radio stations, they're talking about UNC, but what are we doing to support our own African people?
So when you think about, we like to talk about the 1%, the Syrian, they work hard.
Yes.
They were,
it's not
when
free.
I was small, they were walking around with big baskets, selling clothes. Then they start doing it in the van, they start giving you a layaway plan in your community for cloth and all that kind of thing.
Wow.
And now, today, they are the 1%. But look at it. The people we call them Syrians who selling doubles and that kind of thing on the avenue and all these places,
the gyros
people and thing. What did they do? How they are making it and we still kind of that we can't make it. Right?
Yeah.
Because their community, like the Chinese and everybody who come here,
in them.
they invest in them.
Yeah. Now, what they essentially have there in the fancy word is a micro entrepreneurial ecosystem. Right? So you said in the first one they have cloth, all of them came together. Listen, we are in the cloth business together. There's enough growth. Right? So, but here's what we're not going to all compete in the same spots. Some go to Bartaria, some go to Sangre Grande, some go to San Fernando, and we all make money, open up shops all over the place. You see it now with the gyros. You see with the gyros. You see a gyro in
And
Sarawak,
today,
gyro in Tobago.
check 20 years from now, where those gyro people will be. Those same people who come and they say they were suffering from Syria or wherever. The Venice, the Guyanese.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Before the strike gold in Ghana, oil. Half of Ghana was here on the streets. Right?
That's
on
correct.
Charlotte Street.
They're doing what they have to do. And you notice Venezuela are doing the same thing now.
What going on with them?
That is it.
Right? How they were doing it? So we talking about a man called yesterday 40,000 people lost their job. Hey, think.
But when I go on the highway heading east, I'm seeing Venezuelans selling plantain
I was now going to say that, and you notice nobody ain't competing. All of them looking the same. They had a bag with popcorn too. They're selling.
But you see again, we talk about there are best practices for doing this, and you must have first a business objective.
Yes.
And you also want to create multiple entrepreneurs.
Yes.
You want to create one. Yes, you have one person coordinating, but they ensure all the value is spread out.
And that is the problem that we are having. Right? We are not having a collective group of us to say we are doing this together.
Just to bring this together, because we know the banks don't really support me. Right? We spend a lot of time in school. Some of us just reading, regurgitating, passing exam, and competing for a degree to go and look for a job. We have to come out of that mindset.
That is it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Come out of that mindset.
Absolutely.
That mindset taking us down.
Yeah, for sure.
I also want to point this out. I'm going back to the family structure.
I mean, somebody who might be listening to us here and say, well, all of this on the program, all of their masters and doctorate and all that kind of thing, so they could talk that.
Well, it didn't come easy because somebody invested in me. My sister invested in me.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one in my family that has a master's degree. So she looked at me and she said, you know what, I am going to push you to go as far as you could go.
Let me take this call. I've seen Bataya calling. Good evening, Bataya.
Good evening.
heard him statement. I just you wouldn't believe that. Just walked in and heard him make the statement, and the lady talk about the Venezuela. Yes. We could use the same example as Trinbagonians leave Trinidad and go to New York. And when a New Yorker, American citizen, have one job, we just hold on three. Not so?
That's right.
So that is the difference. When you are economic migrant, and I had one by me yesterday that walks around and he's looking for gold or costume jewelry, so you have little things that he would exchange for your costume jewelry or for your gold because he's an economic migrant. So again, and depending on the country he comes from, his society is way more developed. So when it comes to poverty, we have created several different ways. That is why, as the lady outlined, we could see Spanish on the highway selling fry plantains. And if we think about that, we say, we might do go in and buy that. But you know what's the different family why you see all of them together? Because all of them works for one person.
That's right.
That's the difference. But if I go on the highway, we just passing a span on the highway, and we just complaining that span causing traffic jam, this one stop and buy you, but you know we complaining
man.
Venezuela causing traffic jam. The man pushing the cooler, selling water, that's an issue. So when we try, and we have an issue, so let me draw one example again for you, brother. Why it is the African people in Trinidad and Tobago to support the PNM party most of all. You want me outline to you why? On this same radio station, a group of people come with a prominent businessman and tell we put $100 or $150 and black people are going to open a supermarket. First they give me $1 million man market. Nothing can come out there. That's why I don't take part in the so-called Africanness. Right? Hey. Tell me put $150 I'm going and give all a supermarket like Price Mart. We're going and build it in Bataria. When I talk, all of a sudden the man going with my money. And when I talk, nobody asking nobody.
We talking about that. On in the break, we were
so
talking
then the only support I have is to throw it behind a political party open that it might be able to help my race. And I just took something to help my race is for staff. And this one, you know, they vote back in the same people that have an attorney general. Imagine that. We so backward. We take a former attorney general of a matter before the court to come to represent the same state, to pay a salary, to turn around to fight me against my own taxpaying dollars. And we intelligent. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you so much.
Listen, go ahead.
Guys, I just want to say one thing, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Christian jargon. You see, the spirit of smartmanism that we have is a real thing, because we are going to prevent our own success because we are dishonest at times.
Well, you know this smart will live off any dumb.
Regardless,
so
I am saying if you want people to trust you and you're coming with an idea that can support us as a community, you have to stop the smartmanism. I understand and I feel the pain, because for me sometimes, okay, let's take the Susu thing. How much bacchanal you see come out of Susu? Real bacchanal, Facebook, but all kind of bacchanal coming out of Susu and all these things.
That
because
was no Susu.
That
wasn't Susu. That was
no.
That was a Ponzi scheme.
No. Apart from that, I'm not even talking about that issue. I'm talking about I've seen a lot of issues with Susu in the past. It is supposed to be something
Susu?
Normal Susu.
Oh, well, I was in
the past.
But that making sense to me.
You understand? But I'm saying if we can't even have controls on a system that we have for ourselves, then how are you going to expand into business for people to trust you?
Let's take this call. I'm going to phone call here. Good evening, caller. Caller, good evening. You're live.
Hi, good afternoon to you on the panel.
Good afternoon.
Well, I hear out here in Brooklyn listening, right? And I hear a caller call. He just call and talk loud. And he never even come to America. He never visit America. But I'm a Trinidadian because he just tried to bring down Trinbagonians who, and he's a Vincentian, but he just called and talk about when Trinbagonians come to America, they just work 3 and 4 jobs to survive. I want to tell him that there are a lot of Trinbagonians who did that, own house here, own house down there. And I want to say for myself, I have never worked more than 1 job, 20 years a year. And I'm suffering. I don't go on bed for nothing. So I want to correct that caller who never traveled and only spreading propaganda on the radio station in Trinidad to frighten Trinbagonians. right?
Yeah.
And I can go back by Ralph Gonzalez. Because what happened is he also have a notebook. Because I listened to 91.9 for a very long time. And you see that script he just read for you? He reading that script since before 2014. And he continue like he possessed, you know? He cannot speak about Trinidadians who in America when he himself have never left Trinidad since he came from St. Vincent. So I wanted to correct him, all right? The program going good, you know. But these people just come and lie and talk nonsense and rumors. So I am a Trinidadian who living in America, and everything he said there is not true. All right? Only have a blessed afternoon.
Thank you so much. We appreciate our foreign listeners.
I think it have perspectives too, because there are some people who have this present caller's experience, and there are some people who have the other caller's experience as well.
I could
depends.
I could understand this caller.
Yeah. So we do.
So I'm saying people who that
it doesn't apply to everybody.
It applies to maybe years ago.
Yeah.
Most people go to the US now. They're not cleaning nobody's kitchen and all that.
I would
people
hope so.
Think,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Right.
You have other Trinidadians are different. You would probably want to say probably one of the higher grade people. They kind of in the US especially. They kind of like they don't associate as much as the other races like Jamaicans and that kind of thing, even among themselves. But they have a lot more. You find more nurses and more professional, semi-professional.
Okay, so more on the skills based side. Okay.
So what the caller is saying is quite correct.
Wow. I want to touch.
But go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to touch on something the previous caller said. He said some people came, they had a march and they said invest in a supermarket. Callers, if somebody comes and tells you, give me your money and I'll make you rich, do not do it. Look at the model all the other groups do. They create multiple entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Multiple entrepreneurs. Even the Rasta men on the nuts, multiple entrepreneurs. We see the bobos, multiple entrepreneurs. We see the new set of Syrians, a lot of gyros, multiple entrepreneurs.
Let me take this caller.
Yeah.
Good evening, caller.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening, caller.
Good evening. Okay, this is the Third Empire.
It is. It is.
All right. Yes. Good. I was calling on the other line and I wasn't getting through, so I said, look, let me try the WhatsApp.
Oh, I wonder if that phone is.
Yeah, it was going busy. It was keep saying the mailbox is full, so I said, okay, let me try.
Okay.
I was calling anyway. I was calling to talk about what the lady talked about, the $100. But after hearing Mr. Barataria called in, and then this guy from Brooklyn who has been on the radio for years, yes, he's correct. You don't have to go to America to know people doing 2 and 3 jobs. You will have relatives who will tell you they're doing 2 jobs and 3. I was in the United States. I was in Texas, and then I went to Queens in June this year. And I have cousins, they're doing 2 jobs, one working in a hospital. When they leave the hospital, they go on to another job. So it ain't no lie, Mr. Brooklyn. It is the gospel truth. But nothing wrong with that. It's on his job. So I don't know why he getting on and getting on. What this bother me is the same trainees who will do, and as always say it, they do 2 jobs, well I hear now 3 in America, but you know when they're working in Trinidad in the government service, they barely want to do 1. I just be amazed how a trainee working, you're working 8 to 4. They want to stay till 4 o'clock. You see, when they have a holiday, the day before, the next day, they're taking half day. I used to ask my colleagues, I say, but you have a holiday tomorrow. Why you want half day? So you want a day and a half. But when they're working in the private sector, they dare not do that. Let me tell you, I went to pay my car insurance one day in an insurance company on Marval Road. It was going to be Independence the next day. So I said, oh gosh, I want to have my car insured. The 30 out there, jump in my car now, going down Marval Road. And I said, Jesus, could I pass for? I said, anyway, I'm still going. When I run up the steps, Tatil is the insurance company. I asked the security guard. I say, the office still open. He said, yes, ma'am. The guard looked at his watch and he told me, he said, ma'am, you have 15 minutes again. He said, go ahead. And I was able to pay my car insurance a day before a holiday. You think I could have tried that in a government office? Man, lunchtime, they gone.
Yeah.
But the same workers will go to the United States, Mr. Brooklyn, and they will do 2 jobs and they will do 3. But they will not sit down until 4 in the office in a government ministry. Ask anybody, go to a ministry, and they gone. I got that experience of the whole of justice once. So Mr. Brooklyn, don't come to feel, oh, he never went to America. Rubbish. Rubbish. Because I have been there and I saw it. You don't have to be in America to know people doing 2 and 3 jobs. But as I said, nothing is wrong with that. I come into the $100. I still waiting on my $100 from that man who tell us we will get a black supermarket and it will be like Price Smart. And I say, wow, I'm looking forward to not to go in Price Smart anymore and shop at my black. See that black talk? That just blow people mind with that black talk. Yes, I pay my $100 month. Look, anyway, I had to call the name because people gonna know it is. Right now, every time I drive up on the highway in the area with Barataria, well, they take down the sign. All it have bush cover in the foundation.
Jesus.
All he did was put down foundation. And the supermarket can't build yet. We waiting like Dorothy for that black supermarket.
Thank you, Paula.
He talk about it. He just talk about, oh, that woman always talking. All you have to do is give me back my $100. That's all. Because I pay $100 to be able to shop at a black supermarket like Price Mart. And I'm still waiting like Dorothy. Y'all have a blessed day. Reach home safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Hi.
So the management of the street, 919 FM.
You know, callers, I was just before that caller came on, I was saying, anyone tells you you want to create an African ecosystem, and the approach is not to create a bunch of entrepreneurs, but you give them all your money, say no, $100, $200, less more, create multiple entrepreneurs. The Chinese do that. A whole bunch of Chinese restaurants, each one is an entrepreneur. Supermarkets. You see Muslims locally, they just say barbecues. Then you see them go to hardware business. You one example I saw of that besides the Bobo Shanties, where African people came together, was the Drag Mall. That's in Port of Spain. The mistake they made is that they all stayed in one spot. They must have said, listen, you are the other man, we sending a team down San Fernando.
Replicated
another team down Sangre Grande. We sending another team to Tobago. Spread and scale. When everyone stays in one spot, that is where you have limited growth going on.
No,
so
you're successful to shocks and everything else.
Wow.
So I mean, today we're talking innovation. And clearly, before we leave here this evening, we should be able to tell the public, I like solutions.
Yes.
What we could do to change, especially among the people who cry out the most, all them CPAP people and all them CPAP workers who claim to have lost their jobs and that kind. That was not a job for me in the first place.
Exactly, it was not a job.
It was not a job. But all those persons, what can they do? I mean, given their own personal disposition, what their reality, what they may have, what skills they may have available to them. What can they do using innovation to change their reality today? Especially those who are, I mean, a significant amount of them may have walked away and come out with something or doing something else.
Yeah.
But those who still are still only seeing negative, what can they do?
Well, the first thing, before you even just focus on the CPEP's European CPEP situation, right now, they have robots that could cut grass. Right now, there's an old lady on my other street, she has a special whacker made for elderly people. Where she
I just ordered a robot, a real life robot from China that is going to be cleaning my house and cleaning
the circle thing that moving
No,
around?
a real one, like a real person. Cleaning your house. And, yeah, the humanoid.
Right.
Yeah, I bought one of that. that coming for Christmas. That will clean my house. That will do everything for you. You just program it.
I need to see a video.
Yeah, feeding the dog, everything.
Right. So before we go and we talk the politics, this party and that party, technology is the first thing coming to take your job and disrupt you.
Yes.
Right? So that's the first thing you have to be careful, be aware of. Right? And that's for all categories of jobs. What you need to do is focus on upskilling.
Yeah.
But if you want to upskill, you don't have to rely on the government.
Yeah.
You have a phone. You have AI tools like ChatGPT, DeepSeek. Go and say, what in this new economy, what are these skills I can learn online? Where I can develop and get a job or start a business.
Yeah.
They had to start doing things like that. This thing where I would have sit back and walk and wait.
Or rubber man.
Or rubber man like we saw in the Maxi the other day.
Yeah.
Or wait to see when I can get more money from the employer.
Exactly.
Or something like that. I mean, you start your business. I mean, not everybody can start a business.
Not everybody.
It wouldn't make sense to do that. But if most people go that way, the job will become the job circuit will become more competitive, and then will mean you will have to be paid more.
Utilizing these skills.
People will want, just like in the US, if you want the best employees, you pay more for them.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. So make it competitive. But if you just standing up dead in the water and everything will be done to you.
Correct.
You know, you said not everyone can start a business, but when I look at the Chinese restaurants, it's only now they started to set up, but the early was only Chinese they were hiring.
And who would be coming and buying? Only people like me.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. But that doesn't, there's a market out there.
But this is what I'm saying.
No, I want to speak from the more community side. So Emerson is the innovation guy. You asked the question, Stephen, how can we facilitate this type of thing? I would start with the community. I would plead with communities regardless of race. You need to support one another. There's a young man on TikTok, I think that boy is still in secondary school, mad DJ skills. He comes up on TikTok and he plays his thing, and as a teen, he is getting little opportunities to do DJing for people's events.
Of course.
And his family has invested in a little DJ system for him. And those things are expensive, but the fact is they see the talent in him. They see that he can go far, and they have decided to invest in him. So whether he chooses to go to university or not, his skill can make way for him. So I'm saying, where you see as a parent, as a community, that you can support your own, I'm saying, at least share a flyer. At least talk to somebody about what your son or daughter is doing. Advertise them and give them the opportunity. If you cannot give them the capital, at the very least you could give them the exposure.
But the thing is, people need to know that you don't necessarily have to have a university degree.
Correct.
Correct. In this day and time, you have
you don't
YouTube
have
and
to.
You have everything. You don't need that really, right? Sometimes that might open some doors for you, and that might, if that is where you want to go, that is the direction you want to go. But really and truly, if you study guys like Bill Gates and all these multi-millionaires, trillionaires, Elon Musk and all them fellas and them, fellas and them do have what we have.
That's right.
No, at all.
Right? But while we were doing what we were doing at university, they were making money.
Yeah, exactly.
And they weren't printing it.
Listen, when I went to Belmont Intermediate, now St. Francis Boys College, I used to take juice from home because we had a lot of fruit trees around. Passion fruit, orange, grapefruits.
I seen Bataya calling back. Let me take this. Let me take Bataya. Let me take this Bataya. Bataya, we want to hear you.
I appreciate. But you know what? Your caller. One yesterday tell me I'm from St. Vincent. I am proud. One tell me again, this conversation is not about Bataria. Whether I come from St. Vincent, whether I reach America, this is not about me. Why all I don't challenge what it is I said? In America, there are Trinidadians, and you can't tell me I don't know. I wouldn't tell you. But anyhow, my old lady is also one of those. I have an old lady went Venezuela, Caracas, Margarita, this 50, how much? What do you call it? Where them ships and them coming from this next Spanish country.
Panama.
What do you call it?
Panama.
No. What Venezuela, America say is one of their 50-something states.
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. And the U.S. So you ain't going to tell me, Mr. Man who can't come back here. Economic migrant in Trinidad, and you see Santi outline exactly what I was saying. We have a problem with black people who have, because when you say Elon Musk's father was a multi-millionaire trading in diamonds and whatever. Elon Musk and his brother get into, and I think must be by 27, Elon Musk and his brother already sold a company and make almost millions out of it. But your boy here was still going to school selling juice. But you see what going on? He finished university trying to sell juice. Elon Musk didn't finish university but ended up with so now Elon Musk does hire the man without the university degree, does hire the man with the university. That is why he ended up with the name Tesla. Tesla was the man who created electricity, but the man who backed Tesla. You understand my point? It always comes down with the man with the economic power. The dunciest man got the most money in the world. And if you know how to spend it, he triple it. It's how you teach us here how to take the little we have and how to triple it. They don't teach us that in school. Enjoy the evening, gentlemen. And again, the conversation is not about Bataria, right? It's what about Bataria, call and say. And if I'm a Grenadian or a Vincent Chan, all are we parents, nearly every single Trinbagonian that born within the 70s, nearly everyone, and I born before that, I still here long before that.
Caller, we listen to everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I do enjoy you guys. Weekend if I don't see or hear from you guys again.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem, caller.
You're welcome.
But you don't want to touch on one thing you said there, caller. You are right. It is about economic power. But it's not always the case that those who don't have the degree employ those who have the degrees. Now, in the case of Mr. Langston Roach, he did not have a degree.
Right.
But he went to university to learn the basics of chemical engineering.
Yes.
And he dropped out to go and do it, right?
Yeah.
So he wasn't no regular man who just dropped out, right? Next, the Minister of Trade, Satya Kama Maharaj, the owner of Sasha Cosmetics, he went and he did his degree first in Toronto. He spoke about it last night, and then he came back. So it's not always the case they don't have the education, but many times people who you say they don't have a degree, they went to university still to develop a certain level of skills to really execute in their business.
I think I agree with that concept rather than saying, well, we know you don't need a degree, but I still, especially for our category of people, you need to get out there and get your qualifications. If your family don't have it like that, get your qualifications. And you can come out and use it to do something. If you're into sciences, make your own products. Shemay is our local example. Is it Shemay? Shemay and Sasha, they make their own products locally, and it's really good. So, it could be done.
And some of the richest people in the world who they say dropped out of school. They didn't drop out of primary school, they didn't drop out of secondary school. They dropped out of university.
That's a different.
Let me take back this caller. This Brooklyn caller. Good evening, caller.
Hey, good afternoon again. And I just want to say what a wonderful contribution Bataria just made because he speak on the topic and not on politics. I want to congratulate him. Bataria is my partner, don't worry. Yeah. So the little feel is no thing. They said, Bataria, you say I can't come back. You just speak up. We can take that that's part of the fun. So don't feel it's no.
But you really can't come back. You really can't come back, boy.
Oh my!
I was home in 2023. My father passed away in 2023. I was there, so those are the Bataria. I was there burying my father in 2023. So after they just pick on. But I want to tell Tanti that I never say that they don't have people. You remember when I started my contribution, I said that they do have people working 2 and 3, 4 jobs, but they have property all over. Wasn't that what I said?
Yeah, I mean,
I continue, right, because they work hard and they use their money wisely and they have property, houses, and they're doing well. So I called to defend my Trinbagonians. It wasn't about you, Bataya, or Tanti, your sister, whoever who called to fight for you. But what I called to say, right, if, you see, with what are they talking about there? Because they talk about the Monroe guy with the $100 thing. I know about that too. I hear about that. But I want to say,
we didn't call no name, eh?
All I want to talk about. All right, no name. I ain't called here. So I called to say that look at emancipation, for example. When emancipation day come, we will see thousands of people on the street, African people, right? And up to this day, the Emancipation Committee is still fighting or begging for a piece of land to put a structure on after we had a government of 9.5 years that the Emancipation Committee supported and yet still left
and
didn't give the same emancipation people anything.
And they say they resemble emancipation people.
Right? So I just want to say, when you look at things like this is a bigger picture than just watching one man who take $100 from a few people, or the situation in Arima with the guy with the pyramid. Because that pyramid was good until people start taking money out of the bank. And all the small money that you have 5,000 or 10,000 to take out of the bank realize like something happening. And it's not until the bank start complaining, the government take it upon themselves to mash that up. So now we start acting like we don't know what's really going on. Right? The thing is, we may say that we want to build African people or we could start somewhere, but even if we start from selling chow, you could still get a good steak away and you could still get arrested. So this is what I'm saying. It's a bigger picture. Because if tomorrow we say Africans come out like Emancipation Day, you wouldn't see them. Right? So this is a bigger picture. It's bigger than me, it's bigger than Bartaria, it's bigger than you guys there. And until the time comes for the real change to happen, there's no politics and election can bring that change. It's we the people must come together to bring the change. So again, I mean, I know it all, I've seen it, I've listened, but when it comes to seriousness, in order to build us as African people, we have a lot of work to do. A lot. All right? I'll have a good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much. You know, interesting. You listen to, you know, somebody was saying to me yesterday that when we talk, we always talk about who will bury the cat. And somebody was saying to me last night, the problem is not the cat. The problem is really the rats. All the rats fighting against each other to bury the cat. But the cat is not the problem. The real problem might be the rats.
Yeah.
No, that fellow said something. He said a lot of things without saying it too. If you read between the lines, right. That point with the Emancipation Support Committee, I didn't know they had no property. But what I do know is when Mr. David Mohammed, who belongs to this radio station, when he said he got his land to create the Kwame Ture Learning Center, it was the current government or incantation of it, the version of it, that gave him the land to do that.
My God.
You know, so
my God.
I don't want to get too much into that, but
it's the support you're talking about.
Got the support.
It's the support, you know? And that's what the issue is generally as a community. There is no support from the people that fight and call Africanism. You don't feel that Africanism. And I continue to go back to the family structure, the home, because before you even reach systematic, you have to come down to the family structure. If you are not able to see the talent within your own family and give them that support without envy, without, you know, she feels she better than, then we're not going to go anywhere. How do you expect others to... Charity begins at home and ends abroad.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, just to come back to what I would have asked earlier on, what do we tell to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, especially those that are not, what we would say, not thinking, but are languishing? What do we say to them as we talk about innovation?
But innovation, it could be a double-edged sword, because we know if Matheson had a maid, she was gone now with a robot, right? She was gone.
No, well, I didn't want to made by me anyway, so I buy a robot.
Right, so you walk gone. So the thing about it is, whether it's politics or whether it's technology, innovation is coming with a disruptive force. And if you are on your own and not prepared to upskill yourself, develop new capabilities,
that's right,
put yourself out there, right? You're going to stay languishing.
Yep.
And the only person you really and truly would have to blame is yourself.
Yeah.
It's nice to say is this party and that party, and it is yourself. And I want to come to some Moya's point that she's been talking about from the beginning. You need to have that in an age of disruption and chaos. You need to have that family unit strong and support each other and boost each other, right? Because without that, all man falls down. You wouldn't have the case where it's the wildebeest, everybody watching the lion eat him. When it's the case of the rats, or the rats trying to buy the cat, or as we know, or we like to say, the crabs in our barrel. You have to come together, work as a team, and find some kind of business that we could all get into. And it must be a business that you could try and scale.
Yeah.
So it cannot be, I want to create a barber shop right in my spot. I want to, or sell nuts one area. I want to sell nuts all over the place. I want to sell my ice cream all over Trinidad and Tobago. But you want to, you can't say, I want it in my little village. No. Scale growth. So to summarize, develop new skills, new capabilities, start a business that has some skills, and have a team that is unified.
Or start a business with some kind of distinctive competency.
That's correct.
Exactly.
Right?
That's correct.
Everybody want to come by you.
Yeah.
Something. And if you want to know how to do that, use the AI technology such as DeepSeek and ChatGPT to help you figure it out if you can't figure it out on your own.
There's ways it could be done. We have so much talent. I'm even looking at the hairdressing and barbering industry. They are becoming so creative with their reveals. You know, they're showing how you come in looking raga, and then they put a little cloth over you and they're showing the wicked styles they're doing. So it doesn't require a bachelor's degree to do that. So instead of jumping a maxi and rubbing a man, I'm sure you could try and trim my hair or something. Get your partner to film it and all you do something nice together.
Putting on a hoodie and sitting down in a maxi and texting him and saying, hey, well, stop this maxi coming.
You understand? You understand? These we have very creative young people, so I don't get it. When you could Pennywise selling the shaver thing to cut hair, Pennywise selling that. Come together, man, and cut a hair, do something nice, and put down a production.
I don't need no haircut. I just use magic.
Magic, yeah. Oh, that's why it's so smooth.
$50.
Yeah.
Well, give
But
me
a
about
man,
20 cut.
if they're cutting man hair in jail, that mean all they have some skills, or they could come and do something, or they could put that kind of. That is not rocket science. So why you feel like you had to do that? I mean, unless.
I understand.
Yeah, but we could do it. We could do it.
But you know, to a lot of people, the word innovation, I mean, hearing it from a university lecturer, is a kind of taboo for some people. You know, how do we break it down for people to understand that the little things? It could start with something small, you're looking at right now. And you could monetize that to become a millionaire.
Yeah. I think to use that, look at the little things, you have to leverage technology.
Yeah.
So go on YouTube and sit down instead of sit down and by the road and you smoke a cigarette or you smoke a marijuana or whatever, which costing you by the way.
Exactly.
Yes.
Go and sit down in front of YouTube and Google how to make something, and the analytics will take you to different places and you'll learn certain things. And then you'll see what you can take simple thing and make serious things with.
Look, for example, Bertie's pepper sauce, right?
You know, I'm thinking about that pepper sauce business right now. I planted.
But look at that. But before Bertie's pepper sauce came, it had Matux, it had all those people in the space.
Yeah.
And you say, well, that is just our next pepper sauce. But clearly,
Bertie's is very different.
Right?
Right,
They
so
came in and they took out the market.
Yes.
Right, yeah. So I go and set something up now.
Stephen pepper sauce, why?
With Pump City. No. You take... You have different fruits and things that you mix it with and make a kind of chutney, but it's more primarily pepper sauce. And you bottle it, you export it. It tastes, it's hot sauce, West Indian hot sauce, but it's different.
Yes.
It have a body to it, it have a different texture, different taste.
But okay, there's
the
agency, Emma, so you could probably help me with that tests these types of things.
Right.
So that part of it, I believe a lot of people don't know about in terms of getting it on the shelves.
Well, all those things. Emerson could help you with. Good evening, caller. Caller?
Good afternoon. Yes, umpire Madison, our female umpire, and the guest, the guest umpire there. I sit down here and listen. I don't know what to call it, but oh God. But you see, one of the things we as Afro, we have a lot of difficulties to face as Afro. You know, for example, you do have capital. I hear you all mentioning people like the CV and all these people. All these people put their capital together and they help one another. We do not do that. I remember, you see, I left school. When I left school in 1975, I wanted $1,000 to go to be interviewed for a course. They call it Institute of Accounting Staff. That was at the time Holiday Inn, right? Because I had a good accounting background when I left secondary college. And my mother, my father didn't have, and nobody could at least lend my mother $2,000 so I could have enrolled, and maybe today I would have been a chartered accountant because it's very good. And after that, I just see me, I just leave out accounts. And I went to work with the government as a daily paid, and then eventually I end up a monthly paid. So there is the kind of thing, and then envy and jealousy on top of that. And I always say, common entrance, before it became universal under C, caused a lot of disaffection among families. If one child pass, your brother and your sisters, they find they are passing now, but you shouldn't go to secondary school. And there's a lot of things. Well, now it became universal, and that kind of put off, itself. So there's a lot of disadvantages. Yeah. Then you might say a little shop or what they call a little parlor. Everybody wants credit, right? And you will credit until what they call in San Grande the shop bust. I show you have examples of that, Mr. Matt, in San Grande.
1 minute.
Right? So we always start, then the banking sector too, right? You cannot get assistance from the bank to get loan more than a Modoka loan, right? And on top of that, you must have a job letter or have some form of income. You just can't walk in a bank and say, I want to start a business, I want to lend X amount of money. So there's a whole set of situations, but it's painful, eh? It's a painful exercise, but there are things I want to say, but I wouldn't say it on the radio. Yeah. So that's what I have to say. So I thought earlier on maybe putting a light meter, and you found maybe the light wasn't good for play today, but I see it came out still. So thanks anyhow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so callers, we are literally out of time. Our show, as usual, we try to cover a lot of things and unpack a lot of things in the short space of time. And we do always have our innovation expert with us. So we are coming to the end of the show, and certainly tomorrow is 2 hours. So we will be seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, there are a lot of things trending as usual, and we will be talking about them. And so we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Simoya, you will be here tomorrow?
Yes.
Right. So it will be myself, Simoya, and I'm sure Umpire Ronaldo will be here. So with that, good evening, callers, and see you tomorrow.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message, Hosea chapter 4